Look, I've always made an attempt. It's always been about trying. I haven't been very successful at every attempt, but I've tried. And I've failed drastically in many cases. But I think never trying is where you hit that stage of ultimate failure. Because for you to not attempt any action toward a task or a goal means you've given up on it. And I haven't been willing to give up on myself, let alone my goals. So I had a big epiphany moment. I tried some years back, before online courses and training, all of that became a thing. I tried to make a course. I tried to make one that was aligned with how my process and workflow went when it came to app design and development of websites. I'm usually doing a lot of SaaS products and a lot of wearables, but the process is very similar in each case. In attempting to do that, I went through the sketching process. I went through the goal and requirement gathering process. I've gone through creating tappable prototypes and making sure even sketch wireframes had a bit of a structure. I did that and I felt good about it. I wanted to share, but it fell flat. The production value is different. Anyway, let's just say that it wasn't my best piece of work. And if you want, I'll link that video so that you can kind of see where I started from. But that was my starting point, and I had to get over the hump that it was not perfect. The problem is I never put it out. I never got the feedback that I needed and or required to get better. Maybe it was my own fear, or maybe it was just my own judgment of what I knew I was capable of. Regardless, it was a turning point for me because now I get requests and asks of things and courses and sort of workshops to package and structure a course that help people walk through it step by step. That has a lot of value to me because I'm sharing that experience, and design experience is meant to be shared. But I'm also creating value for people to learn a skill and be a better version of themselves in the attempt to do it. Although this is not a sort of conversation on tips and tricks to get there, but it's just a moment of understanding yourself and putting yourself out there. I should have done that long ago and got over the fear that I had with doing it. But we're here now. And now that I understand it, I can do better. So I'll make another attempt, but I'll also not stop trying. I will always make an attempt to try to help, to bring value, and to share what it is I know and that I developed in my career. You will learn a lot of things. You will learn by mistakes, by actually doing something. And I think that's the key. As long as you're trying and you're making an attempt, it doesn't matter the solution because you'll figure that out. The real value you get out of making that attempt is actually putting yourself out there, taking action. That's the biggest hurdle most of us face. And I did that. Now that I know, I can do better. And hopefully you will do the same. There's nothing more that I can say. There's everything left for you to do. So go out there, be great, and change the world. Design like your life depends on it, because your life has color. Design it that way.